Okay, great. Today is the 26th of March. Today is a Saturday. I thought I would do a trading, like a trading, or a video on how I go about looking at a chart. So, maybe some people can benefit from this. So, uh, how do we do, how do I do technical analysis basically, right? I've always said that trading the high time frame is important because that's where the financial institutions uh, decide where they want prices to go because they have huge orders to fulfill. So they must be looking at important points in the market. Like for example, this is gold. We're going to do gold. So gold, this is at 1354. These are important turning points. And this is a monthly. This is a monthly. Let me just do this. Now you'll find that I'm going to do everything on the fly because I've been doing this for a very long time. So not really like planned out a PowerPoint slide, that's for the university or maybe the company. Here everything's kind of by I do everything on the fly basically, right? So this is like monthly. And basically what you have here right now, you have this move up, you have this move sideways. Then you notice you have this move up and you have this kind of move this way. Now, you can see that this is one wave, this is a pullback. This for me is a leading diagonal. This is another correction. So this is actually a 1, 2. This whole thing here is some kind of third wave. Some kind of third wave. The tricky part here is, do we think that this is now like this and it's coming down? Is that possible? It's one of them. It is one of them. Let's see whether we have time. Let's see whether I have the time factor as well. Right. We do. This might be a double top. But there is also a possibility that this one might come here and might try to go up one more time. That's possible too. Okay. So it's kind of sketchy. There's just quite a number of things that this can do. Okay. I also want to point out. So I want to point out this. If you see this previous top, there was actually a close above as well. This thing closed above this high. So those are also problems. Okay, those are also problems. If let's say we are trying to be bearish on this at the moment, okay. So the only way to trade this at the moment, right, is to stay with the trend. And the reason why we want to stay with trend, because this is officially this is officially a third wave, you see. So this is like a 1 wave, 2 wave, and this whole thing is some kind of third wave until proven otherwise. So it means that whatever we do, we have to trade this. We have to trade this on the fly. That means whether it goes up or whether it comes down, well, we just take bits and pieces of this move as it happens. Either that, or we just stay out until it becomes clear. Okay. So right now, what you have is something like this. Let's see. So I just put a 4 and a 5 at the side first. Oh boy. Where do you go? Weekly. Let's go weekly. Okay. So this is what we have. Okay, so this is what you have. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. So now what you have here is a potential, this is a weekly. Let me just go to weekly for a moment. Monthly. Okay, so monthly, this is what we have. This is what you have actually. Okay. Hmm. So now you have a possibility of this. This is what you possibly have. All right. That's what you have. Easy. And this is what you have. So right now you really have to try your best to see what we can do over here. Is this going up or is this coming down? This wave here, even though we have the labels, it's still kind of tricky to trade this. Okay. Let's go 2 weeks. Let's go weekly then. It's kind of tricky. It's okay. 1, 2, AC 1, 2. Okay. Let's call this a W X Y. Okay. Uh, this is what we have. Grand super cycle. We have this like so. Weeks. Okay, all done like so. You can put this here as well. It's fine. However you want to call it, it's fine. Okay. So right now we have this. We have that. You can also label this as one or an A. It's fine. No, no. The best is C. Okay. One C. WX. WXY. This is what we have. Yes. Okay, perfect. Now, even though we've labeled it this way, bear in mind that I'm still interested in I I'm still interested if price decides. This is a bit too sharp. I'm gonna put this first. So if somehow price decides to plunge to the downside, let's say it goes up like this, and then suddenly it plunges down like this, and then makes another pullback. You see, when that happens, I'll still be interested in this. That can happen. All right. That's gonna be a very big move. So these levels over here are quite important because it represents one potential move. One potential move that price could make if we see price action here. Okay. So in other words, let me just in other words, price can do this. Price can also do this. Okay. This is important. You must know this. So we don't try to be just fixated in the upside. If we see price action looking bearish, we must be able to switch and don't stay in one direction without being able to to react to the markets. Right. But right now, even though we are doing all this stuff to the upside, we have uh the contingency plan when things go wrong, and we have the ability to switch because in leverage trading, we have to be very versatile both direction. Right, never stay in one direction. We will get caught for a very long time if we are caught on the wrong side for a very long time. So right now we have this WXY, so we're looking for the upside. That's fine. So we go to the daily. All right. So easy. So you have on the daily you have this easy structure like so. It's easy, right? Easy stuff. Friendly and kind. Actually, doing this is also kind of beneficial for me because Nowadays, I just do it by visual inspection, but going back to practice is always good. Yes. Okay, so that's what you have. And then you just drill it down again. You drill it down again. Drill it down here. So now we are thinking, is it possible we have some sort of A, B, C way? Is this possible? See, all I'm doing is I'm trying to stay with the trend. Okay. Okay. So nothing's been changed. So never mind. Let me just make that a bit clearer. Like this, okay? This is what you have. A, B, C. Now, this thing could crawl up. However, I'm looking at more for I'm looking to see if price can come back down to this level over here. This low over here. Okay, so 4 hour, there's a possible 1, 2, 3 to the upside, like so. Right? But I'm looking for a possibility of this 1, 2, 3 down. So this is a potential correction. 1, 2, 3. And once this is over, you just move that. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Then I'm looking for a 1, 2, 3 to the upside. It's really just one rank lower, like so. 4, 6, 8, 12. Let's see what I get on 12. A, B. You know what? I will put this a little bit higher. I'll put this as a minor. And then I'll go to 4 hour and I'll put this as minute. Just so that it makes sense. Like this. So in other words, I do not wish for price action to just go straight up and break this high. So right now, the immediate trade would be, I'm looking for something that for it to do like this is pretty strong move. So I would like this to correct end off at the low here. And this low is kind of important because there's a lot of liquidity right here. There's a lot of liquidity right here, somewhere in this region, where it broke the previous top. So likely price wants to revisit this before it does anything. It will come back here to 1865. But how it wants to get there, likely make a corrective structure. And once it does correction, you're looking for a reason to sell. So let's go down. Okay, so as I'm doing all this, don't forget the bigger picture, okay? The bigger picture, what's the bigger picture? On the monthly, on the weekly time frame, we have a bigger picture where price could, after finishing this wave, could go to complete this big wave to the upside. But don't forget the alternative scenario where we could have actually do a this B wave can end. This one can also be a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is possible too. Okay, don't forget this. Right. So what I'm doing right now is, despite of where the bigger picture is, even on intra week, I will still be able to try to trade this pair, right? So long as I think the risk reward is in favor. So even though I have a long term idea to the upside for this, and if price starts to show bearishness and starts to come down, I will also switch to the bearishness, to a bearish kind of mindset. But before either of that happens, because it's not clear now, I will try to see if this is tradable, if that makes sense, right? That means we just wing it. That's the right way to say it. We just wing it. We will see whatever happens. We just grab whatever pips we can and try to make money, because gold is quite expensive and it makes a lot of money. Okay, so what I'm interested in is for price action actually to, if possible, I would like gold to. I think I said before. Actually, what I would like for gold is for gold to come here, to go up here, somewhere around this highs. But this move, I'm very interested in this one more move to the down. This is the main move I'm actually interested in. So I'm trying to get in at the right timing, because this is leverage trading. So you cannot dollar cost average, right? You're trading on leveraged. So if you try to dollar cost average, the account will go bust. So do not mix them up. This here is not for leverage trading, right? Unless the positions are extremely small from the very start. But in general rule, I do not recommend dollar cost averaging in forex trading. Right, things can go wrong. All right, things can go wrong. Get the lot size wrong, and being hit for margin call is a real possibility. Okay, so yeah, so basically this is what we're looking for, and you're going to see if you're lucky. See, if it's possible for price to somehow just go up like that, and then you're going to have something like this, and then price, maybe hopefully there's divergence here. Price comes down, maybe it forms like this, a neckline like this, it breaks. So this is the trade that we'll be looking for, that I'll be interested in. And as this comes down, there'll be a lot of, you see this pullback here? Well, there will be a pullback here as well. Boom, all these pullbacks you can try to enter. Pullback you can try to enter and try to hit towards this level over here. So the idea is not to just sell here at the top. Don't just sell here. You actually got to wait for it to turn. You see how it turns. You see how this one. So see, if someone tries to pick a top here, that means they will try to pick a top. They will try to pick this top. They will try to pick this top. They will be okay for a while, and then things start to go wrong. Okay for a while, things start to go wrong. And here, of course, they'll be fine. But the point is, if you're, as I said, we're trading on leverage. This whole thing here, this as price move to the upside, by trying to pick a top, the account will have gone into serious drawdown, right? And when you're trading 6-7 figures, you just cannot go into the account drawdown. It doesn't make sense. So what you want to do is, in fact, this one, the correct direction right now will be these pullbacks that go up, this pullbacks that go up, this pullbacks that go up. So that's why I'm emphasizing not for people to pick tops, because that's not the right way to trade, right? For leverage trading, if you pick tops, your lot size just you need to divide your lot size by 10, a factor of 10. So you can trade once a lot, well, divide that by 10, put 0.1. You can only trade 1 mini, well, then put 0.01. Divide if you're trying to pick top, because things go wrong pretty fast whenever you try to pick a top. So it's better to just let this come back down, pull back, come back down, pull back. See, it pulls back, it pulls back, it pulls back. So it will pull back, it will pull back, it will pull back. So if you sell on these pullbacks to the downside, that would be perfect. So whatever this I'm trying to emphasize on is what you can see it here. It's not being plucked out of thin air. It's real legit, real trading. Trading styles that is very good for swing trading, not about picking tops, but trade methods that give you very good risk reward, basically. Okay, so once you see stuff like this, it starts to have divergence, it starts to turn, and then you see this looks like a third wave coming down, you should know why it's a third wave. Then find on one of the pullbacks, just try to enter, and then exit around at this low. Now, how do you exit? There are many ways. Can always exit depending on where this is. This is like a equal length, or because this is the first wave, you can always exit at the 2.7. No, that's fine too. Right, 0.27. That's fine. So, and let's go. Okay, so not too difficult. Not too difficult. Okay, I hope that makes sense, and I hope that helps. Well, I'll just end off here and have a great weekend. Bye bye.